Allahabad High Court APS series exercise 28 at the speed of 110 words per minute. Be ready? Start. Leave granted. With consent, the appeals were heard finally. The present appeals by special leave impugns 3 order of the Telangana High Court dated 28/8/2018, 22/7/2019 respectively. These were in the context of the respondent writ petitioners, hereinafter Andhra Petro, challenge to orders of the designated authority, hereinafter DA, which related to the question of imposition of anti-dumping duty. Stop para. The facts are that Andhra Petro applied to the central government seeking imposition of anti-dumping imports of normal butane or N-butyl alcohol originating in and exported into India from Saudi Arabia. Butanol is a basic organic chemical and primary alcohol. It is excellent solvent for acid curable liqueurs and baking finishes. A large part of normal butanol is converted into derivatives for use as solvents in coating industries. This application resulted in the initiation of investigation by the designated authority into the import of the subject articles from Saudi Arabia by notification dated 2/9/2016. Andhra Petro asserted that the exports from Saudi Arabia into India were not casual exports but were made with the intention of grabbing the Indian market. Such exports into India from Saudi Arabia were undercutting and depressing the prices of the domestic industry to a significant extent. According to it, and performance of the domestic industry during the period January to March 2016 was adverse in terms of on investments. The following parameters per the petitioner company demonstrated the causal link between the said exports and the injury caused. The dumped imports from the subject country entered market in the period January March 2016 in such significant volumes that improvement in volume parameters seen in the performance of the domestic industry in the first 9 months of the POI was completely wiped off. There was significant difference between the prices offered by the domestic industry and the foreign producer. Thus, the domestic industry was unable to raise the prices above the costs as a result of dumping of the product in the country. Stop para. The High Court disposed of the second writ petition on 28/8/2018, making the following observations and directions. Stop para. Domestic industry means the domestic producers as a whole engaged in the manufacture of the like article and any activity connected therewith, or those whose collective output of the said article constitutes a major proportion of the total domestic production of that article, except when such producers are related to the exporters or importers of the alleged dumped article or are themselves importers thereof, in which case such term domestic industry may be construed as referring to the rest of the producers, provided that in exceptional circumstances referred to in sub rule 3 of rule 11, the domestic industry in relation to the article in question shall be deemed to comprise two or more competitive markets and the producers within each of such market a separate industry. The producer within such a market sell all or almost all of their production of the article in question in the market, and the demand in the market is not in any substantial degree supplied by producers of the said article located elsewhere in the territory. Stop para. In the light of the above, this writ petition is allowed, setting aside the order of the second respondent dated 5/3/2018. The second respondent is directed to take steps for initiating investigation to determine the anti-dumping stop.